Today, we're going to be answering the age-old question, who are the best and worst legends to play in Brawlhalla? And we're going to be using stats analyzed from over 5 million matches of Brawlhalla, each and every patch. If you want to check any of this out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description and the pinned comment below. And just a quick disclaimer, this is just a fun video that shouldn't be taken too seriously. Never let anyone tell you who you can and can't play. With that out of the way, we're going to start off with the legends with the highest win rates, and at the number 5 spot is Queen Nai, with a win rate of 52.35%. Queen Nai is about as easy as it gets, so it's no surprise she made it here. Her signatures hit like a truck, and it seems like the player base has a hard time dealing with them overall. Sure, Queen Nai has low speed, but that really doesn't matter when you're spamming SIGs and waiting for your opponent to get frustrated and leave. With the 4th highest win rate in the game, Vector really came as a surprise to me. Vector simultaneously has one of the highest win rates, while consistently remaining one of the least played legends. I don't think there's a single rank out there that sees much of Vector in play, but whoever the Vector loyalists are out there, they don't mess about. Let's just hope Vector doesn't catch on soon, because then it's over for all of us. I'm not surprised another Lance legend managed to rank among the highest win rates in the game, but I am surprised who it is. If you had to take a guess, would you say Orion? Ulgrim? It turns out the most success comes from Sir Roland. Besides the previously mentioned Vector, Roland has the second lowest play rate among Lance characters, so it seems like if you like Lance but have a brain, you'll likely main one of these two. Now this one actually makes sense. The number 2 spot goes to none other than Imugi, everyone's favorite menace to society. Imugi is tied as the most popular greatsword legend with Jaeyun, which again, makes complete sense since the greatsword loyalists usually only play the best of the best, or more like whatever's exploitable at the time. And when isn't Imugi a good option for that? Despite all the balancing changes that have happened since his release, every single one of his signatures are useful, and useful is the nice way of putting it. Lastly, for the legend with the highest win rate in Brawlhalla, it's 7. How many of you guessed that? I know I'm shocked. What's even more shocking is that 7 has the highest average damage dealt per match, and among the lowest damage taken. The stats don't lie, guys. 7 is just simply built different. How can you argue with the highest win rate, highest damage, and lowest damage taken while being among some of the slowest average match times, so you just know they're savoring every moment? The more likely truth is that 7 is amazing for racking up damage but really struggles at finding the KO. If you're thinking about picking up this character, I suggest you work on your KO confirms, and you'll be unstoppable in no time. But what about who you should statistically avoid playing if you want to win more? As the 5th most likely to lose, we have Fate. Nobody should be surprised to hear Scythe being mentioned, as it wouldn't be a Scythe match if there wasn't on average an accident every 5 matches. And I'm not just throwing a random number out there. The average Scythe player SDs between 0.18 and 0.19 times a match. And if you're still not convinced, if this was a top 10 list, there'd be 7 Scythe legends in that list. Orb is generally a safe weapon that tends to remain on stage, so I have no idea how Fate ended up here instead of the more aggressive Scythe legends. Speaking of the more aggressive Scythe legends, the 4th lowest win rate goes to Mordex. The only surprising thing here is that he's not ranked even lower, to be honest, as the combination of Gauntlets and Scythe is a perfect recipe for disaster that I know all too well. Like everyone else in this bottom 5, Mordex on average deals more damage than he takes. So it really is just a case of all Mordexes and Scythe players, in general, being a lot more careless with their stocks. So the next time somebody tells you that Mordex is overpowered, feel free to knowledge dump about how they are actually one of the worst legends to play, statistically, of course. In the 3rd spot is our first feature of Sword so far in this bottom 5, with Koji. This legend has fell far from grace, as it once held the reputation of a safe pick, and any Koji you'd see would most likely give you a hard time. But that's not the case anymore, it seems, as Koji has landed himself the bronze medal in being bad at the game. Truly an achievement in its own right. So if there's anything we've learned so far, it's don't play Sword and don't play Scythe. Now, who has both of those? That's right, Jiro. Coming in as first loser, Jiro boasts a whopping 3 defense, which definitely gets utilized often as the 3rd most likely to jump off the map and die. How very noble of him to commit seppuku and atone for his sins of being a loser. So much so that he can't even win at being the biggest loser and is doomed to take the runner-up spot. First place with the lowest win rate in all of Brawlhalla is Priya. Priya sailed too close to the sun just like Icarus, and unfortunately for her, came crashing back down. Understandably so, however, since on her first day of release, I managed to find more true combos than any other weapon had in years, and her hit stun was seemingly endless. Chakram will always be a difficult weapon to balance simply due to it playing by a different set of rules compared to everything else. Obviously, with Chakram being the newest weapon, and with the meta always changing, this list is highly volatile and everything is subject to change, so don't let this discourage you from playing who you like. With that being said though, who are you most surprised about? And remember, this isn't a tier list, nor is this an indicator of who you should and shouldn't play. It's just a fun video I thought I'd make exploring the stats of Brawlhalla. If you liked this video, leave a like, and if you made it this far, comment snail, and I'll see you in the next video.